It's your boy DJ B Lee, coming from the 614, repping that O, no matter what the zip code, on the Tattoo Shop Radio. You dig? I knew you could.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Welcome to Healing with Peggy. Autumn's way through.
Welcome back. Yeah, man, how you doing? You good? I know you like
Hello, and welcome back. I am Miss Peg, and we are healing through Autumn's Way. We are from Columbus, Ohio, and we've been here for 3 years doing what we do in the hopes of helping any and everyone that is struggling through addiction, any mental health issues. We are a community platform. As everyone knows, we lost Autumn April the 10th, 2012. Addiction has touched almost every family in America, and it is the number one killer in America. Not airplane crashes, none of that. It is addiction. And the drugs that are out there now, it is killers and it is death. I truly want to do a big shout out to DJ B Lethal and Linda's Legacy Radios for everything that he has done, everything that he has created. Sir, I truly thank you for everything that you do for Autumn's Way. As I said, we are a community platform. We are here to raise hopes and to help. We hope that because it's free, we are only passing out free information and love. And I also want to shout out to DJ Spazzy Tazzy as well. Everything that she has done for Autumn's Way through all of these years as a big supporter, and just everything that everyone does for Autumn's Way. Like I said, we are only passing out love and hope. And, I do want to, first thing I would like to pass out tonight, and I do want to say, Big C, I love you for everything, my brother. You have always supported Autumn's Way from day one, many, many years ago. I know sometimes that you're quiet, but you're always here. You were just always, Charlie, you when I had a few operations, you were a handful, and I mean I can count on my hand, a handful of people that called me my brother, and I love you. And I'm always here for you. And that's what I want people to know. I love you too, my sweetheart. Miss America Cole, wasn't by accident that we met, and the reason why we do this, it's like I say, it's for the community. It's to let people know they are not struggling alone. Too many people are alone, depressed. They have no one to turn to. They turn to drugs. If they have a mental health issue, it's not addressed. Maybe self-medication even more. And then the person may be lost to something else. And like I said, we have had people call in all across the United States. We are continuing building a network of free rehabs, no matter what city and state you are in. We can help you. I am not a professional, but I can get you a professional ASAP, like within 5 minutes. So the first number that we do want to pass out tonight is the National Suicide Hotline number. That number is 988. You know, anyone, if you are struggling, please know that you are enough. Do not give up on yourself. Please reach out. Please call 988. Someone will answer. They will send someone to speak with you. If you need medical attention, they will help and get you to your nearest hospital right away. You know, here in Columbus, we have a great rehab. I do want to put that out as well at the top of the show. There's Valentine's Day tomorrow. A lot of people struggling, a lot of mothers, a lot of fathers, aunts, uncles, cousins. You know, so many people has lost someone. And we want you to know you're not alone. If you need help, please reach out. It's okay. It's okay. The Mary Haven phone number is 614-445-8131. And that is at 1430 South High Street, Columbus, Ohio. It's a walk-in clinic. They will get your insurance. They will help you get your insurance. Insurance is not needed to go there. They will not turn you away. If you have a mental health issue, crisis, you can go there as well. They are open 24 hours, 7 days a week. If you're in the Columbus area, please walk in to 1430 South High Street. That is Mary Haven. And I do want to put out the National Domestic Violence Hotline number. Domestic violence is very serious. I am a survivor. So, you know, we do and have talked about that on many occasions of, you know, just speak out, reach out, and don't be afraid. Their number is 1-800-799-2233. And again, you can call 800-799-2417 as well for the domestic violence. Again, I just want to welcome every single one that joins us every single week. You know, we appreciate you giving you information, doing what you do, speaking out, fighting addiction, helping any and everyone that you can with addiction, and not just passing them by on the street, not looking at them anyway. You know, so I just want to welcome everyone. Thank you again. Autumn's Way is a community platform. And again, everyone, you can just introduce yourself. America, I truly appreciate you being here. I'm so sorry again for the loss of your beautiful son. Truly an amazing young man. Yes. Yes. You know, the fight will continue, and we will just never stop doing what we do. You know, we've had great stories and great, it's just been amazing. It is a journey that continues. Every day we learn. Every day there's more information. And here in Columbus, I do want to give out some information. There is a clinic that will help with detox. They will put you into a intensive rehab program and maybe sedate you with sleep. That is through the Ohio Wexner. I'm sorry, I did not have that one wrote down. I'm so sorry, but I do have that. I do have it. Um, OSU also gives out free Narcan, and they have the information. Ohio State University is one of the largest hospitals here in Columbus. They do, you know, first aid research. They're great for heartburn, cancer, and they do have a great rehab program as well. So, again, welcome. Thank everyone. Um, America Cole, I would like to introduce yourself and tell everyone who you are, and we'll just
My name
go.
is Marica Cole, and I'm from Sacramento, California. And what I do is we're fighting fentanyl. We're fighting fentanyl on the street, and it's a big deal. It is the number one killer of everyone between 12, we have 12-year-olds, to 32 prevalently. But we're finding out that there are older people that it has affected. So nobody is immune to fentanyl. Everyone is susceptible to fentanyl. Doesn't matter what your profession is, doesn't matter what your lifestyle is, how much money you make, fentanyl doesn't care. So you can have an addiction, and we're trying to end the stigma of addiction as well, because a lot of times what we're finding out through drug induced homicide is that this is a poison. This is a poison. It is not something that is manufactured in the hospital or given. It's not a hospital grade. It's made on the street. It's made through people that are not chemists. It's tasteless, it's odorless, and it will kill you. There are some people that have actually asked for fentanyl, and we shouldn't judge them either, because the addiction is so strong. And how it's introduced to people is it's introduced in the drug that your drug of choice, and it's masked. And some people are dying thinking that they're getting their drug of choice, and it's a poison. It's being tainted. It's like if somebody drops something in a drink that you think you're getting, um, any type of soda, any type of liquor, anything that you drink, and somebody drops it in there, it's homicide. So we are ending the stigma of addiction, and addicts are not asking to die. They don't want to die. Um, it's very highly addictive, and it's very hard to get off of. So people out there that are going through a mental health crisis and they're not sure what's going on and they're self-medicating, be careful. And always remember, you can't Narcan yourself. So try to always be with somebody. And I know that's not always possible. Please be careful out there. And Miss Peggy is right. Don't ignore people on the street. Don't judge. It is not our world to judge people in. It's our world to try to keep people as safe as possible. So the next person gets to introduce themselves. Go ahead. Miss Peggy,
Well,
did
I
you
guess
want me
I'll
to?
go.
Yes, DJ Spazzy Tazzy, that would be you, my sister.
All right. So anyhow, what's happened, everybody? Thank you for joining us and having me here tonight. I am DJ Spazzy Tazzy out of Detroit, Michigan, and I've been working with Autumn's Way through helping others for quite a many years now. Um, I've actually been on the fight with Peggy to help, break the addiction trend that's going on out here in this world. I'm truly a recovering uh, addict myself from my days. I'm thankful to be here. It was actually Peggy that helped see me through a lot of my trials and tribulations when it came to drugs and alcohol. So I'm here, with the second chance at life and giving it back, to others who need help or, that inside um, inspiration from somebody that's been there, So yeah, nice to meet y'all.
And thank you so, so much for being here with us.
Thank you for
Big
sharing,
C.
DJ Spazzy Tazzy. Thank you for sharing your little story. I really am excited to meet each and every one of you, and open to hearing your story. My son, who passed away from carfentanil, he could be influenced. He had autism, and uh, sometimes it's hard to say no to people. And he, bullying into doing things that he normally wouldn't do. Um, and then, I don't know if addiction occurred because he was always home. The autism just kind of masked everything that was going on. So, but he's not with us today. And I really do appreciate DJ Spazzy Tazzy saying that, you get the second chance in life and embrace that, because my son doesn't have that chance to make a difference or to make a change. It took him very quickly. It doesn't forgive. This drug does not forgive. And, I truly do believe that this fight that I am fighting, and bringing awareness with Miss Peggy and helping others to understand that it's okay to be different. It's okay to be an addict. Work, a lot of people are working on it, and a lot of people just don't know where to go or what to do. And so I really do believe that Merrick's mission is guiding me to do what I'm doing. So I really am happy to be here.
And we are so blessed to have you with us. So, so blessed. And we are hoping every single day. And it does take a lot to come and share your life, because what we talk about is real life. And a lot of people, it scares them because feelings are real. And a lot of times people are running from a lot of different things. And it's okay, like you said, to be different. It's okay. It's just okay to be whatever we are. Everyone, I think that everyone has a life story. We all do. And the hopes that we are hoping for is to absolutely change people's minds about addiction and about how they look at addiction and people that are in addiction, people that are struggling. So I truly appreciate every single one being here, doing what they do in the fight of addiction. It's just so important. And I truly love y'all, every one of y'all, for helping and doing what y'all do. Big C, we need to hear from you. So we love you.
Ooh, what you want to hear?
Well, you can introduce yourself and let everyone know, sir, who you are. And we are grateful and blessed, Charlie, um, just to have you with us every single day. Every single day.
Um, well, as they says, I'm known as BC. My real name is Charlie. I've been in and out of depression for the longest time, and now I'm helping people fight their own depression of losing people. And I known her, I known Miss Peggy for about 9 years, might be 10, a long time. And I'm just, here to support one fighting their own pain, depression, anxiety, or addiction. That's
And
about it.
and that's why we love you, Charlie Big C, because you are our brother in this world. And family is who we make it.
That's true.
Family is sometimes, you know, yeah. Family is what we have. Family is who we have. At the end of the day, people can look around. Who is your family? And all we can say is love them. Whoever they may be, whoever you say is your family, love them a little bit longer. At the end of the day, turn the music up a little bit louder. Dance with them just that one more song. Just that one, 2.5, 3 minutes. That could last a whole lifetime. Cherish each single minute and moment. You know, um, you're making memories along this life. Beautiful, beautiful memories. Make them as happy. That is one of our biggest messages this year. Please get up each day. Look at yourself in the mirror. Tell yourself that you love yourself, that you value your opinion because it matters. Tell yourself how beautiful you are. And just know that you are. That's all you got to do. Just know that. Whether anybody else tells you, we are all energy inside. We are electric beings. We are. When you touch someone, they shock you. It's like, that's that electricity. And that happens.
We're full of it.
Yes, we are. And that's our biggest message, is to pass that goodness along and just let people know, just, you know, wrap people up in some love. Let them know they're not alone, because too many are passing away at an alarming rate. And here in Columbus, it's bad. There is xylazine that is in the fentanyl. Narcan is not working. It is an alert here in our city. The overdoses are severe. And please carry Narcan. Please Google harm reduction in your city and states, and they will usually mail it to you. Please carry it. Watch the video. Be trained on how to use it as well.
And just be aware there are always new people that think they're chemists on the street, because we have nitazine, xylazine. Neither one of those work with Narcan. And we have carfentanil, which is 100 times stronger than fentanyl. And you have to have a lot of Narcan. And 99% of the time, you will not recover from carfentanil. So please be aware of that. It's not forgiving. Those three are not forgiving. Fentanyl is strong, and some people are addicted to it, and it's just something that will suck you into a vortex. And this is what was explained to me. I've never experienced anything like that, of course, but I've seen and talked to a lot of people that had addiction. And I asked them, what brings them back to fentanyl. They just said it's just so addictive. The child that I call him a child, but he's in his 30s. And he said to me, Miss America, I'm trying to stop, but it's so hard because it's like being in a vortex. Every time I try to climb out of the vortex, it just sucks me right back under. So, and I cry with him because I can't even imagine being uh, in that life. But I am very empathetic to it because I saw my son get bounced around from facility. You know, he had autism and he would blurt things, and so they would kick him out, which is kind of unfair because within the year, uh, he had so much anxiety. He ended up dying from carfentanil, just different circumstances, but yeah, carfentanil. And I would have never thought in my life that I would be meeting people this way. And I just want to say thank you, Miss Peggy, for giving me this opportunity to talk and to spread the awareness because we don't want anyone that is going through this to think that they're by themselves. They're not alone. Miss Peggy is right. You are not alone. There's always someone there. And I will tell you, Big C, that family is not always blood. It is not always blood. I have met so many wonderful people that I can truly call family in this new world of mine. I'm trying to still find a new normal.
Yes.
And I'll tell you that family is not does not have to be blood related.
No, we make our own family.
No, I agree with
Family
you.
is love.
Yes.
It's love because that's what we have. That's what we have is love. America, I love you so much. This beautiful mama. Like I said, when I got that video call that day, and it was you, I was like, oh, who's this? Okay, hello. We were blessed, and
Yes, because just so everybody knows,
truly,
me and Peggy are not in the same Facebook circles at all. And I do
no,
not know. I called her. Um, I do a lot of video calling for moms who have lost children, um, trying to find an investigation for them because they're victims too. Moms are victims too of this poison that's being passed around like it's nobody's business. But that day, I called Miss Peggy and I said, "Hey," and she was like, "Hello," and I was like, "Hi, this is America." And I couldn't figure out why I called her, but I kind of told her my story and she told me about Autumn and I went, "Oh my goodness." And she said, "Hey, let's talk a little bit more." And here we are today together,
yes,
sharing information with people and sharing what I know about dual diagnosis centers. I've been taking my son to different dual diagnosis centers for depression, anxiety. They There was a drug that he took that caused schizophrenia. He didn't have it before, but he ended up having schizophrenia and paranoia because somebody was giving him weed, and weed sometimes, I guess, it makes people paranoid. And I'm learning that more and more because I would ask people, "Hey, I have a question. Do you smoke weed? Does it make you paranoid?" And people are like, "Yeah, it makes me real paranoid." So I'm learning the different effects of different drugs and just talking to people with an open heart, trying to understand my son's world and trying to understand his anxiety and depression. Of course, I have anxiety and depression now. So I get it. I don't feel like I'm like everyone else because my world is so different now that I I understand how he feels because I get bullied. I get bullied about, why don't you just get over, that was about 2 years ago. Why don't you just get over it? And you don't, you can't, and they can't possibly understand. So you know
No.
what? I liken it to this. This is my new family, and you all understand. Peggy understands what it's like to lose a child. I happen to lose two, and it's a whole different world, and I'm meeting new people that are bringing the dark to light, and I really do appreciate everybody that accept me as their family.
We are just family. And I am so, so sorry for your loss. And it's life is just different now. Um, I've come to find out this year will be 12 years that Autumn have been gone, April the 10th, and we laid her to rest April the 20th. It was 17 days, after her 24th birthday. And it's like her birthday's getting close. Valentine's Day is tomorrow. And I'm so sorry, Mama. But just know that he's got a big heart. He's going to send a
Oh, he does.
sign. Yeah, there's signs going to be all around. His love, you're going to feel his warmth. You're going to feel all of that warmth. Their love is within us, and they are forever within. We are forever within them. And their
Yeah.
love carries us and will get us through. That's what we have. We have funny memories. Some we
Oh
have
my
some,
goodness.
there's a few, life is real. There's arguments, there's all kinds of stuff along the way. And that's why a family of understanding, of networking and letting people know there is hope. I do want to just uplift everyone that is struggling, is going through something right now. There are a lot of people that are going through a lot. And, we were talking and speaking last week. There are not enough dual diagnostic centers, doctors, because, you only get 10, 15 minutes. That's not enough for a real diagnosis. I don't think of anything, be it whatever it may be. There needs to be a lot more testing, a lot more patients, more doctors, more facilities. We just don't have enough.
And for those of you who are listening and you're not sure what a dual diagnosis center is, it's a center that treats both depression and anxiety or any other mental health disorder, along with a substance use disorder, because sometimes they go hand in hand. Some people use because they have anxiety and depression and something mentally going on. It could be a childhood trauma, it could be PTSD, it could be domestic violence, it could be anything. But it's what's causing people to use. And then in my son's case, whatever he's using caused, there was something that caused the schizophrenia, which he didn't have, and then he had to enter into a dual diagnosis center. The important thing to remember that these doctors that are psychiatrists must be well versed in treating both the anxiety and depression or the mental health disorder as well as substance use disorder. If they only treat one without the other, it's tough. And that's what causes a lot of people to go in and out of what we call rehab, because most rehabs treat substance use disorder, but they never address the mental the mental anxiety or any other mental issues. And I just think that they need to get with the program because it's becoming more and more prevalent when I talk to people that they've got a couple things going on. Horrible childhoods. It could be something that happened to them in high school or some other traumatic event, or not being able to keep relationships and not understanding why and just getting frustrated with life. So I'm with you. And if you're not sure of a dual diagnosis center, you can always, life isn't life without Google. And you can Google your city and state space dual, DUAL diagnosis. And you will find a dual diagnosis center and they can do an assessment, not a 10 or 15-minute doctor appointment. No doctor can do this. It has to be a licensed psychiatrist or psychologist that's licensed to understand how mental health works and how it interacts with substance use disorder. So, my son was on psychiatric, just calming him down because he had so much anxiety because of the autism, and they figured that he needed to go to a Suboxone or methadone clinic. And the only thing that I can warn people about is if you are already taking psychiatric drugs that are helping you in your daily life, and you put Suboxone, which is an opioid, by the way, it does help some. And I'm not going to say it doesn't help because it does. But for some people, it will cancel out the psychiatric meds. There's no doubt that it cancels out the psychiatric meds, and they don't monitor after the person leaves the clinic. They don't monitor how that person
You still there?
Yes, yes, Mary, she will be right back. She is all the way in southern, in California. Um, yes, she will be right back with us.
She's up there in the Bay Area.
Yes.
So how's
Did you,
everybody doing tonight?
we are
I'm doing good.
Why are you depressed?
doing good, doing good.
For me?
Yeah.
Oh, I had I've been having depression since I was 2018, but like I told Miss Peggy and a few times on this show, I lost my mom in 2022 and I lost my brother in 2023. So besides my son, all my family is gone and moved on. And I'm usually talking to my well, I can't say usually. I always call my mom and brother at night, and when my son goes to bed, I'm just in my room staring at the wall talking to myself. My life has changed since my family moved on.
That's completely understandable. Completely understandable. I can relate to that. I can.
Oh yeah, that's my story. My life it hit me differently. I mean, I always knew I grew up, and I always planned on moving on. But like I told Miss Peggy, I promised my mom that I'll take care of my brother. My brother has schizophrenia, and long story short, I promised my mom I'll take care of my brother. But my brother was having issues with his therapist. Never got back to him, and my brother decided to self-medicate himself. He tried different pills, and one of the pills he bought off the street was mixed with fentanyl, and he died. He died in his sleep, and I regret it because he told me he had headaches going to lay down. And I went to the store to get lunch meat. Came home, my brother was gone. So besides me breaking a promise to my mom that I always told her I'll take care of Joe, and I couldn't, and I also blame myself for his death. So that doesn't help my depression because I have my own demons to fight, but I can't blame myself for my brother's death.
Yeah, I can totally relate to that. You know, I recently went through a death. In August. Um, I used to call my mom every Sunday. And I just
I
had a
know.
strange feeling. Um, and unfortunately, I found out through the internet that my mom had passed away in May of
I'm sorry to
last
hear that.
year. And like I said, it was August when I actually found out. I never received a phone call or anything, so I can relate. Like I took it kind of hard. I'm still healing from that. It was a big punch to the heart, man.
You're doing better than me. I'm not healing at all. It's just,
Yeah, I mean, it takes, a step at a time. You just got to take it a moment at a time, man. And everybody heals differently. Um, and I mean, it's just
Yes.
once you find the best advice I can give anybody when it comes to healing from anything for that matter, especially death, of loved ones and people, would be to find something that niches you, something that you like or things that you enjoy. I found that, you know, I'll get lost in my artwork. I'll go draw or paint or, become creative with things that I like to do, or I'll go listen to music. That's one of my main go-tos is music, just because it understands, and music's like that one friend that never left, and the one friend that never gave up on you. You know what I mean? So,
right.
uh, I mean, and that's the best way to start with the healing process when it comes to the pain, man. And I mean, I know what you're going through. I've been through a lot myself, so I can relate. And the best I can do for anybody in this world is share the experience and then pass on the suggested advice on how I got through it, and it might help another person. But I would suggest to find stuff that you enjoy doing. Maybe it's fishing or going for a walk or, whatever, man.
Actually, I love all that stuff. If we're being truthful, I love walking. I love fishing. I love going watch my son do karate. I love going to wrestling shows. Well, I don't really enjoy concerts no more. I kind of grew out of that one. I enjoy music, but I don't want to do concerts.
Right.
But yeah,
Right. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's when you find that healing process, man, you'll know it. You know what I mean? Like you'll actually know it. And it's we heal till the day we carry on in life. Um, nothing is short on any of us. Like everybody in this world goes through traumatic experiences and situations, and everybody heals differently. Some people have been through stuff 40, 50 years ago and still trying to heal from it. So it's definitely a lifelong process. And I
I
mean,
think
Peggy's
that's
always
probably
here.
one of the reasons why I enjoy coming on Tuesday nights to actually help people with their issues, to actually not feel like I feel.
Right. Right. I mean, and I'm with you on that. It's been a minute since I've been on air with everybody. I went through a transitional move, so however, that's one of the reasons I come on. Like I was explaining to Marika earlier, I got a second chance at life, man. I was never I can't ever say I really had addiction issues because I never really had addiction issues. That was never my issue. My issue was that I like to party and I was a hard partier, and it took a big toll on me. You know, I have depression,
I'm sorry, so do I get that feeling, so I could relate to that.
Yeah, I mean, I learned how to deal with it over the years. It's been a process, but again, between depression, that I was going through a breakup at the time and going through a lot of stuff. Um, the drugs were there, the alcohol was there. You know what I'm saying? So I turned to it, and then I found out my partner was doing drugs too, man, and it became a very toxic situation. But by that point, like I just didn't give a damn. You know what I mean? Like I was on a straight crash course, man. Like nobody could stop me, not even Peggy, like my own family, like which really they don't call anyway, you know what I'm saying? But close friends I've known 20, 25 years, Peggy, everybody, nobody could stop me on the crash course that I was on, man. They couldn't until I actually like literally fell over dead on everybody. Like they rushed me from, you know, all the way up north of Michigan to Detroit because the town I lived in, they didn't know how to deal with it.
I know Detroit very well. I know Michigan very well. I'm from Michigan myself, and
Yes.
I'm originally from Detroit, Michigan, but I moved out of Detroit to Sterling Heights, and then I moved to Lake Huron
Yeah,
because when I was a kid,
all I remember is, you know, them shooting me down in the ambulance and being pushed into Beaumont Hospital, man, and that's all I remember. And I woke up and I was like 68 pounds soaking wet, bro. Like it was horrible. It was horrible. I had a tube coming out the right side of my gut, a tube coming out the left side of my gut, and a tube going down my nose and stuff like that.
I'm sorry.
And I had 5 different IV bags. And when I woke up, I was skin and bones. Um, I'm literally, they say I'm a walking miracle. Um, and
Yes. When I
my,
seen you on video call, V, I absolutely scared to death, and I didn't
I was
know.
sick.
Yes, you're a miracle
I
because
was
you
sick.
truly was.
Yep.
They
I was
didn't know
sick.
if you were going to make it. Yeah,
Yeah, they
at that
didn't.
point.
They really, I mean, I flatlined, you know, well over past the 4 minutes and some change. Like I flatlined for a good long while. They really didn't think I was gonna make it. They called my mom up when she was still alive and told my mom that they didn't think I was gonna make it. They called my business partner in Detroit, told her that they didn't think I was gonna make it. And I pulled through. So I'm here now, you know what I'm saying, to give back. Like I just posted on Facebook the website we put together for
Well, I'm happy you're
Stuff.
still with us.
Yeah, I am too, man. Honestly, like it's been a ride and it's taken a toll on me. Like this 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 life, you know, whether you're an addict, an alcoholic, or you know, or you just like to party hard like I did in my lifetime, like it takes a toll on you, dude. Like my voice never used to sound like that. You know what I'm saying? But I thrashed my body so hard partying, man, and you know, just mollywopping through life in my 20s and my 30s, and to the point that you know life got the best of me and I took the best of my life, man. And um, it was kind of like a self suicide, I guess you could say. I was just at a point in my life that I didn't feel like I was worth it, dude. You know what I mean? Like, and I was being told that I wasn't worth it. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, to hell with it, man. Like, I really don't have much family. You know what I'm saying? And they don't call anyway. So it's been hard, you know. But I kept using more and more drugs, and the people that I was plugged in with, I had an unlimited supply, you know, and it was straight from you know, the devil's lair pit, you know what I mean? So, I mean, it was the best of the best stuff around, you know, and, it was quite the, experience, you know, and then to be laying there fighting for my life, dude, and the girl that, you know, I was with at the time, like, she left me there. She literally left me there laying in the hospital and never came back and sent me like a 2-page email. Not a text message, not a phone call, man, an email.
So she gave you pretty much that nice after you kind of message, man. That's some BS,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, she left me laying there fighting for my life and said she was never coming back.
See, that's
You
the
know,
kind of crap, man, that actually irritated me in like
you know,
2019, 20, 2020. People say
yeah,
they actually have your back. They're there for you. They love you. And since you need them, it's like they don't respond. They can't help you or they want to help you or tell you, man, I'll give you, like, as you said, a nice after you love note. That's
yeah, it was
bullshit.
harsh. It was harsh, dude. I mean, you know,
That's why I have trust
it,
issues, people.
it was a lot. I mean, you know, like we had a family together and stuff like that, and um her kids were a couple of her one son was autistic and her other daughter was in a wheelchair and we had a life and when I mean when we first got together like she lived in the subsidized housing, low income housing and her kids really didn't have much, and when we had got together, like we built a family home together. Like it wasn't, I didn't care what she had, you know what I mean? I never been the person to judge nobody. So, I mean, we built, the kids had everything they wanted at that point, and then it was just like it was all ripped away, and it was because of drugs, man, because she was getting high too, and I didn't know that, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know, she was doing the crap behind my back, and I was doing it behind her back, and then finally we found out that we were both doing it behind each other's back and was like, "Well, what's the point in that?" So we started doing it together, and then it just got worse and worse and worse, and it ended up, to the point where, I ended up falling over in her living room, I went over to visit, I mean, we were broke up, but she needed a friend, and I've always been that person to be that friend, I don't hold hard feelings like
Right.
that, and, I fell over in her apartment and just like, "Bloop, be okay, well, best of luck in life, this is where I'm exiting out," and then that was that, man, so, I'm here to give back and share the story with everybody. When you're laying in the hospital bed, man, and you're so lost, like, but you got a million things running through your brain, and the one thing that popped up in my brain while I'm laying there fighting for my life with tubes coming out every direction, man, like, was, I told her, when she was there, like, "Oh, by the way, go in the door of the car because I had just bought a car. Mind you, don't have a license, didn't register the car. I'm just driving around this bulg ass car, you know what I'm saying? And, I was like, "Go in my car and, grab that gram of dope out of the the door," and she was like, "What?" And I was like, "Make sure you flush it down the toilet, like, get rid of it." That shit ain't no good for nobody, man. And, yeah, no, you think she went and flushed it down the toilet? Hell no, man. She went home and she did that. She did it all the way up, So, I mean, this is all experience, dude. And like I said, that was the worst of my ever. But for me, it was more, I was on a mission, man. I didn't want life anymore. I
I'm
wasn't
sorry.
happy. You know what I mean? I wasn't happy at all. My family, and I've been shunned and beat on because of my lifestyle and my preference and it's just I was going through a lot, and it was my easy way out, man, cuz that world, being high and being drunk, just out of oblivion, you know what I mean? Like every day, dude. I don't mean like just here and there, like I was gone. You know what I mean? Like it didn't matter, man. Like I was the plug on top of it all, like, So it was an insane ride. I'm paying for it now. I finally gained my weight back up, which I'm thankful for. You know, I went from 68 pounds soaking wet coming out that hospital bed to I just tapped in on the scale yesterday at 165, you know. So I mean I'm getting there, but because of the total body shock and the sepsis that I went through, not only was I doing methamphetamine and everything else on their son I could get my hands on at that point, plus drinking. Um, I was they found a bunch of antifreeze in my system, and I mean a whole lot. And it literally between the drugs and the antifreeze, it ate a hole in my esophagus and my bowel. And so for over 2 months, about 2.5 months, everything that I was eating and drinking was like basically funneling through these holes inside my body. And I ended up with sepsis. They said when they opened me up, it was something ungodly, It was undescribable. That's why, like, I'm literally a walking miracle, man. Um, and this is where life led me. This is where, depression and sadness and, my own head and heart, took me. I allowed, let me clarify this, I allowed life to get the best of me. And with that being said, by allowing life to get the best of me, I took that out on myself, because I've never been the one to wanna hurt people or hurt anybody else, but I've always, beat my own self up in life, and it was an easier reality until that reality struck and I was laying there fighting for my life and left alone, and the one person I had to call was Peggy, and it's a harsh reality, and I'm getting up and I'm finally able to walk out this hospital bed. I still got these tubes coming out each side of me though, draining my gut from all this stuff. But Peggy called me up and told me my homeboy Max Julian, was found overdosed in Detroit at the psychopathic or psychedelic healing shack that finally got closed down. They found him dead, and
Yes.
they said it was from a drug overdose. Um, Even though it was suspicious, very suspicious looking. Um,
Yes.
However, but this is the reality of it. And, within, I want to tell people, I'm in the industry, and within the industry life, everybody seems to think that the industry life is all glitz and glam and souped up and it's just glamorous life. And honestly, folks, I'll be the first one to tell anybody that the industry life is very much difficult. There's so much behind the scenes that goes on that people don't even know about. The grind is very long, tedious, complex, causes migraines throughout the day, and it's a lot of hard work and effort what we do out here with the, music, TV, radio, film, promotions, everything that we're out here doing. And I wear a lot of hats in the industry. And I find it so much um, throughout the years that within the industry, there's a lot of, drugs and alcohol involved. There is, in the studios and the radio stations. I mean, just everywhere, man. It's everywhere. And unfortunately, when you live in this industry life, sometimes, I can remember a few years back, it was kind of extra push, oh well, I just need the extra little bit of energy, and you'll find that, um, like I said, unfortunately, life took the best of me, and it took a bigger toll to where it wasn't, some simple little party move for me. I was on a mission, and I found a reality that was lucid, but I was comfortable with that lucidity. I liked the lucidity because it was my own world. It wasn't the world that I was actually living in. And it's harsh. It's harsh to come on here and tell folks like, hey, listen, this really happened. However, it's a blessing at the same time to be able to come on here and share the story with folks. You know, um, to let
Those
people know that it's there's a bigger picture out here in this world. You know, um,
your words,
somebody. Uh,
Yes.
somebody, and somebody out there is listening to you, and somebody's out there experiencing what you went through. Um, One of the things that caught my attention, and I'm sorry for dropping off. My system died, so here I am. My cell phone is always Mr. Reliable. Um, One of the things that you said, that your family and people that were close to you, they beat up on you because of your life choices and because of the substance use disorder or whatever. And this is what me and Miss Peggy was talking about, was that the simple fact that people are being bullied. into, just because they're different, and it's not right. It's just not right. And it causes people to use. And I'm so sorry that you went through that. But, when you were saying that life got the best of you, now you're the best in life because you survived that. And I'll tell you, it's wonderful to hear you, and you're making great strides, and you're making a difference in people's lives.
I appreciate it. I I get I live an alternative lifestyle. Um, and I went down south some years back in 2014 with a friend, a lifelong friend who had four sons down there. And unfortunately, I had to experience a very traumatic experience with the police who were involved with the Ku Klux Klan. And I was beat by the police, and slandered because of my lifestyle by the police. Um, so it's been very trying, and I'm here to tell everybody, like, for me, it was easier to drink. It was easier to, you know, go get high, or, just kind of mask it. Um, Today, even with the like spinal conditions that I have going on, I don't allow it to stop me. I keep pushing. Um, am I allowed to be able to be prescribed pain pills and stuff like that for my spinal condition? Yes. Do I go get prescriptions for any kind of medication? No, actually, I am completely medication free. I do not take medication whatsoever. Um, and I'm sober. I don't play around anymore. Life's too precious, and I'm here to tell everybody. I know what it is to want to mask reality. It's easier to live in Alice's Wonderland, man. It is. It really is. But when you come out of that rabbit hole, you know what I'm saying? It's a whole nother light to life, and you're back facing the same thing, and the same reason you jumped in the rabbit hole to go dance with Alice in Wonderland. So I mean, it's a harsh reality. Life's hard. For all of us. You don't have to have depression to be depressed. You don't have to, you know, do drugs to be an addict. You know what I mean? Like you just don't. Like I said, I wasn't really an addict like that. I was a partier, but this last time I was on a mission, you know, and it was self-suicide because I felt like I wasn't worth it. When you get told that for a year, you know, you finally start believing it. So, I mean, I sympathize. I apologize that you lost your son. That's harsh. Um, just know you got people out here that are fighting with you. So
And you brought up something real important that I experienced, is a simple fact that your friend who passed away it was very suspicious circumstances.
Yeah.
And this is why we call it drug induced homicide, because it's illegal. Fentanyl is highly illegal to give to another individual. It doesn't come out of thin air. Somebody has to give it to you. And in my son's case, I can tell you through my experience that drug deaths, if it's done on purpose, is overlooked because there's a stigma with addiction, and because people are judgmental. They will say automatically that it's an overdose. And in my son's particular case, it was homicide. And I got into his phone and verified that it was actually homicide. And we're driving home. The fact that it needs to be investigated because he didn't talk to people. He had autism. He didn't talk to people like that. He was very much afraid of people. And so that's something that's happening more and more, that if another group of people don't like another group of people, they can easily just say, you know what, let's make amends and do drugs with them and kill them, and it won't be investigated. So it's out there, and I'm just saying that if you go to a party, you put a drink down or food or anything else, if it's unmanned, go back and get another drink because it's not worth dying. My son's the drugs that entered into his system came in a drink form. It wasn't like he smoked it. There was no paraphernalia around him. It was in a drink form, and he brought it home. So he brought it home and drank it in his room. And so we found him unresponsive. So it was hard. It was hard because we didn't know what happened. We didn't see anything evident that happened. So we found out he had carfentanil in his system. And yeah, we push to keep it out there so that it will continue to be investigated. We know who did it. It's not a secret. And they're just slow, how the wheels of justice is very slow. And it's hard. It's hard. And life is not easy. Raising kids was not easy. I have 5 boys. It wasn't simple. There's no magic wand to life, and we just have to go through whatever we go through to get through it. And there's going to be obstacles. There's going to be naysayers. There's going to be people that put you down. But guess what? You're your own individual you, and you have the power to be the most beautiful you by getting up every day and just looking at yourself saying, you know what? You're the most important person right now, this minute. And I remind myself that all the time because we had a parent just the other day that committed suicide or something happened to her. She always longed to be with her son. And I am not a selfish person. I'm not one that says my life is more important than, or my feelings are more important than my family. My family is very important to me. But we only have our little circle because our extended family or the other family members, they just act weird, and they think that it's kind of like we feel like outcasts now that we have lost our children, and it's not right. But like I said, here I am, talking to people, helping them as I can, and talking about the situation that I went through, and giving other people hope because you do matter. You do matter. And I'm so, so glad that you survived. Blessed to meet you today. Very blessed. And your story was very intriguing, is very intriguing. But I did have a question, and maybe you can clarify to me. You said they found antifreeze in your system. Explain that a little bit because I'm not catching where the antifreeze comes in.
Well, unfortunately, I was in a very toxic relationship. And one day, out of nowhere, my ex had just randomly popped out and was like, "Do you know it only takes a teaspoon of antifreeze a day for 6 months to kill somebody?" And I was just like, "Do you just randomly think about stuff like that? Like, where does that come from? You know?" And needless to say, um, yeah. So they found
I'm
everything.
sorry, I can't lie. I myself sometimes think about random weird facts.
Yeah,
So that would probably be something I would say out randomly.
yeah. It was pretty harsh. I mean, obviously, I didn't drink a bunch of antifreeze. You know what I mean? But I couldn't prove it. You know, the doctors pretty much told her, this is what they found, along with smoking cigarettes and, you know, things like that. But it was a combination of things. But, you know, it
I'm
took a big
sorry.
toll. It did. It took a real big toll. It was a harsh lesson learned in life. And, it almost didn't stop there because when I went back out west, my mom was on her deathbed, and she had summons me home, um, back out there, and at this little small little country pumpkin town in the middle of Utah, and I went through it again, and they ended up finding me. And I was battling a lot of stuff in this town. Peggy went through the whole thing with me, but it was a very harsh situation, and I was dealing with some very serious people. And I ended up like damn near ODing in a bathtub, you know, and not by like my own choice, it wasn't by my own doing, you know. Like I said, I was battling some pretty serious people in town that didn't belong there. And I made it out, but I mean, they gave me 15 minutes to pack and get the hell out of there, just because there was a lot of circumstances that were going on, you know, with the town, and then my mom was out there, and it was a whole nother situation. So, um,
Wow.
it I I've been through the ringer and back, I'm living proof. I'm no saint, I don't use, um, like I said, I don't even take medicine, for pain. The most I use is medicinal marijuana, like the liquid or the gummies. I do smoke, weed. However, I don't smoke it for recreational purposes.
Right.
Um,
There's a
I
difference.
Yeah, I ingest it for medical purposes. The liquid actually calms my, you know, muscle spasms in my back because, like I said, what happened to me in Georgia, they actually, unfortunately, when they were beating and body slamming me in the middle of the road in the handcuffs, they impinged and discs that are impinging on my spinal cord. So I have like spasms that shoot all the way down to my like underneath my toenails. Like it's very painful. Uh, but I don't believe in pain pills. They had me on like 15 different prescriptions of medicine at one point in my life, and I'm good on that. I'm good. So
Well, we're glad you're here and you survived all that, and here you are killing it. See,
appreciate it.
and yeah,
I'm happy to too.
Yes, we are. We are. And that's why we're here, the struggles that people go through. We all
Yeah,
have purpose and we have things to do.
yeah,
And we
it's
have
not.
to get up every day. We don't know what it is, but we just have to keep going. And I see that our wonderful sister, Chrissy, is with us. Hello and welcome, welcome, welcome. DJ Spazzy Tazzy, I am so grateful that you're here. Truly, I know it takes a lot to share. But when I did see you in that hospital bed, I truly did not think that you were going to make it back out. And you are a miracle being here. And I know what you have fought. I know what you have been through. And I just thank you. And we're just blessed that everyone is here. We're just giving hope and love and sharing love. And our loved ones, that has gone on and beyond before us. I just want people to know they are within us. We travel through this earth one time. Love who you love. Love them. Tell them. Show them. Cherish. Make beautiful. Make some memories. Make them happy. Tickle them. If you know a person is ticklish, they don't want to be tickled, that's okay. Tickle them anyway. Because, we got to laugh, you know. And another thing that I want people to just hopefully one day understand, our loved ones, We have a different life now, but our loved ones, they want us to be happy while we're here on planet Earth because we're supposed to live. We're supposed to enjoy the sunrises and the sunsets. We're supposed to see and enjoy the beautiful birds that land on a tree. We're supposed to turn the music up and dance, love, watch our grandchildren grow, just watch a flower grow. But that's what we're supposed to do, is live. And sometimes, if all we can do is just breathe, that's okay. That's okay to just breathe. Because sometimes we just need to stop and take a breath and take in all the beauty that is around us, because that's really what our loved ones truly want. At this time, we're going to take a station identification break, and we're going to welcome and talk to our sister Chrissy Dredd when we come back after the station identification break. And I do want to shout out DJ Be Lethal. Thank you so much for everything you do. Thank you for creating Linda's Legacy radio stations. Miss Linda, we are truly blessed with this person that you have put on this earth to spread all of his love and goodness. We just truly are blessed to have you. And it's just a beautiful journey that we continue every day. And we can truly thank you, sir, for everything.
Thank you, DJ Be Lethal.
Boy, DJ Be Lethal. Coming from the 614. Repping that O. No matter what the zip code. On the Tattoo Shop Radio. You did. I knew you could.
Welcome back to Healing with Miss Peggy. Miss Peggy. Miss Peggy.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
I truly love y'all. Welcome back
Thank
to
you.
Autumn's Way Through Helping Others from Columbus, Ohio. We're here and letting everyone know we're just a community. We're a community of love, respect, and compassion. We have free numbers, free information, can help you get into a clinic or rehab from any city and state. You do not need insurance. Don't worry about that. If you're willing to take the next step, if you're tired of being sick and you just want help, we can get you into a rehab tomorrow. Portsmouth, Ohio Rehab have 200 beds available tomorrow. So if you want to reach out, we are always here to help. And I want to thank everyone for being with us and everyone for joining us. Our beautiful sister, Chrissy, how have you been, love? Thank you and welcome.
Hi, Peggy. Hi, everybody. How's everybody tonight?
Going good. How about yourself?
It's been a rough few days, but I'm here just handling it. My son went into a placement and is dealing with a lot of confusion with his dad being here, who we've been separated for 4 years, and just a lot of strangeness going on in my mind. So, but besides that, he was missing school and having problems like that, and with his probation, and he's about almost 13 and autistic and everything, and so I'm hoping to go see him tomorrow, and just knowing he's good, and I was able to talk to him tonight, so that's at least good.
And how are you handling all
I hope
that?
everything goes okay.
I mean, I'm pretty stressed out, and I'm confused and stuff, with his dad being here, and the two of them separated for 4 years, and I feel like a lot of people are, like, including him, like, kind of messing with my mentals in a way. That makes sense.
Mhm.
Like people, kind of messing with my head.
Yeah, when it comes to our children, it's a little bit different when, we're the parents, we're the nurturing ones. And when someone, nobody can replace mom. I'll tell you that. Nobody can replace mom. And your son knows it. Your son knows it.
Right.
And he's never going to, no one's ever going to replace you. I'll tell you that. They can create whatever system they want for a child, but a child will never forget their parents unless they're small and tiny. Like my husband was adopted, so he has no memory. He was adopted out at about 3 months old, so you don't have that memory. But your son is old enough, and he's very smart, very, very smart, and he knows. He knows. As long as they are very much aware. It was my understanding they brought him back to you. And I told them all the reasons why they need to bring your child back, because with autism, with my son, they said he had to go to a facility, or they wouldn't let him out of jail, because with autism, you say things you're not supposed to say, like, don't do that, I'll kill you. Well, he doesn't really mean it, but they deemed it as terrorist threats. And there he was sitting in jail, and he didn't know why he was there. So they said, we'll let him go if he goes into a facility, because we feel that he needs to be clean from drugs. Well, autism mimics drug use a lot. And I had no choice if I wanted my son to get out of jail, to take him to a rehabilitation center. And he ended up, because he didn't trust people, he's autistic. He ends up climbing up on the roof. And I think I talked about that last week, but the new listeners get to hear this because it's really important.
Yes.
And I told this officer that had your son removed, I talked to the lieutenant and said, look, it's really critical to understand, because my son is not with me today. There's things that he was told that he had to do, and it was the worst thing for a child that has autism. So I was happy to hear that he was brought back to you. Was there a reason why now he's not with you? Did something else happen?
Yeah, well, I'm confused with it all too, and like I said, and then all of a sudden, like his dad, who we've been separated for years, shows back up in the picture, and a lot of them are playing on my, mentals, if you want to say, and like, and I'm having a hard time, and it's just feels like a lot of people are messing with my head, and but I'm trying to do the best I can, just keep together. And I know I've been talking with Zane, and seems to be doing okay there. And it's more of like a probation violation for the not going to school and other things. And he seems to be doing okay where he is, but I mean, the program, it's basically like, like truancy and stuff like that. I'm still trying to figure it out. Then again, like, is my actually still married husband, because we haven't got divorced yet, even though we haven't been together like almost 4 years, is here, and that doesn't help. And I'm still talking to Zane every day, but I'm still trying to work with that. But he just got moved to a certain facility today, so um, I'm still working on all that and trying to figure out everything that's going on. I know it's basically a probation violation, and it has to do with like truancy in school and why he was sent there. So
Well, when people are bullied at school, they don't want to go to school. My son cringed at going to school, but half of them was saying, "Mom, I've got this," and it was the harshest thing. I looked into his phone after he passed away, and it broke my heart. The stuff that he was going through, it's not right. People are cruel, and um, some of them had reached out to me after he passed away and said, I could have been a better person. And kindness is free. And, if he gets to a point where he doesn't go to school, it should not be a punishment. It should be an option to homeschool him. It should be an option. Um, so whatever they ask you to do to get him back, just, sometimes us moms have to hunker down and do what we need to do.
Exactly.
Um,
And
yeah,
then
because
his dad, I still married husband, but we haven't been together in years, shows up. So I'm also having a hard time. And then he's kind of been messing with my head and my mental. So I'm really just trying to keep it together here with
yeah,
a lot of people play on that when you're going through this emotional stress and everything
and
else, take advantage of that.
build your own temple because your son is the most important person in your life right now because he depends on you. You're his mom. And sometimes, I had to change the way I talked to my son because of his autism. I would make him feel more comfortable by saying, hey, do you think you can do this for me instead of just telling him? And sometimes we have to change what we do as parents to do what we can do to be back in harmony with our children. So, whatever it is that you need to do, just, sometimes we got to swallow our pride and just do what we can do to get it done. And, kids are precious. I can tell you, kids are precious. And I'm so grateful for the boys that I do have. I have 3 live children and so grateful for my family, my immediate family. Um, I'd be lost without them, and I, am grateful for my boys. They need me. I'm their mother, and so Zane needs you. He might seem to be happy over there, and I'm pretty sure that because when they're on the spectrum, they get distracted by the shiny new thing that's in front of them, and that's good for him because he's not. They're just wired different, and he's not like in a constant depression. It's the next shiny new thing is going to take his attention away from that. So,
The opposite. Like, he's more of a homebody, and he's not really that happy right now. He wants to be home with. He's got a cat named Ralphie, and just his things here. He likes to be around his, comfort zone. So
yes,
he's not really doing. He's not that happy about being there, and doesn't
yeah,
why. And I did get to talk to him today, so that was good. And there's a lot, and then his also his dad shows up who hasn't been around, and just all these things come out of the woodwork and distractions for me as well, and stressors for me, where I'm just really trying to keep it together and focused on what I need to do to make sure Zane's okay. And I think I should be able to go see him tomorrow with his dad if that's how it works. Whatever, I'll swallow my pride and go do that. Uh,
yes,
just to
yep.
go see.
Do it for yourself and do it for Zane. If not, the other person, but it, at the very least, we got to do what we have to do as parents to be there for our children no matter what. And it's a lot of pride swallowing because I always grew up with I'm the mom, I'm the dad, you listen to me, and that's it. And my world was different with my boys because 4 out of the 5 are on the spectrum. And I had to compromise that way of thinking because I'm not always right. I need to change the way I'm doing things. And sometimes us as parents, we need to change the way we're doing things to keep the harmony. You're in a different situation because you have authority that is being the bully here. But sometimes they step in for whatever reason. And we just have to go with it, go with that role and do whatever we need to do. Just do whatever you need to do to get him. He
Wherever,
misses his room. I'm sure he does. My son could not spend the night anywhere else. It,
right.
yeah, it's
That's
not.
hopefully I'll be able, even if I have to, like hang out with the ex for a while and keep harmony, and we get to go see him then tomorrow and do whatever I can to make things comfortable and let him know. That's what I'm trying to do instead of being like, like, get out of my house, what are you doing here? And why are you sitting here messing with my head and all this, and then losing it, which I think he's really trying to make me do. I'm really trying to stay stronger and like not fall into the trap he's kind of trying to set here and
Right.
figure out what's important, which is going to see Zane, making sure he's good and comfortable, and whatever we got to do to get him back here and get things normal again.
Yeah, and I'm proud of you for stepping up and, just taking a look and assessing the situation. And I'm happy that they're not keeping him from you and not telling you where he's at. So at least you get to see him.
Well, they didn't tell
And
me exactly. They actually told his dad, which I thought was a little weird because I'm the one who's been in communication. His mom, but sometimes they'll do that. But whatever I have to do right now, and I'm really trying hard not to fall into negativity or what I would like to do, like get out of my house. Like, why are you here with his dad? Who I haven't
right.
been years, and just
Do what you can to keep the harmony, especially if he's the
yes,
shoo-in for you to see your son. Just keep that
exactly
harmony until it's all figured out. And
right.
yeah, and you don't want to fall into that trap because that's what the authorities want you to do.
Yeah,
You just have to do what you need to do for the moment. And
yeah,
just know that this situation's temporary. Um,
yeah.
do what you can do to fix it. And sometimes it's not as quick as we want. Um, like my wheels of justice is turning so slow and it's not exactly what I want. But guess what? Patience is the virtue. It really is.
Exactly. Thank you for the reminder. Yeah, it's like you got to remind yourself of that too, and be in situations and you have to go through things you don't want to, but you got to look at the end goal. And
Yes, yes, just the process and steps, because at the end, there's a big light. There is it is just, there's a light, you know. Um,
And Zane knows that you are the one that's been there for him. No matter what happens, he's very bright. He's very bright, and I wouldn't worry too much about who has more this or if somebody is learning. I mean, they're putting his dad first, so to speak, telling him and not you. Don't worry about that. That's just all it is a fog to try to get you to react. Don't
right.
react to that. Don't let it cause you any
Or what
additional,
I'm
yeah,
telling
additional stress.
fault or or trying to make himself look better, even though he hasn't been around or whatever. Not let that get to be because then that will in the end hurt me more. Just yeah, you're right. Just how to keep calm and look at the
Yes.
goal and the big picture.
Look at the big prize at the end. Don't worry about the little steps that are in between. You've got to take them. You got to take those little steps, but there's a goal. There is the end goal, and it starts with a Z.
Yeah.
Right now,
That's,
you're on the letter alphabet B. B. You can go see him. C, and you got to make it to the Z.
yeah.
yes,
You got it. You got this.
Thank
you
you.
got this. You got this, sister. You got this.
Well, even if I have to go with his dad tomorrow to see him, at least I'll get to see him. So
Yes.
And you know what? I will tell you this.
Love,
No,
love.
no exchange of words is better than a bad exchange of words. So, you know,
good, good
if
advice.
yeah, if you feel that, you're going to say something negative, just don't say anything because that's what they want you to do. Don't
That's
fall
what I'm
into it.
walking away, and like now I'm sitting in the garage and just trying to stay calm and not letting. Cause I think that he's really trying to play on my you know my mentals and like getting me to react to things and other people too, and just trying to stay away from that and breathe.
Exactly. Exactly. Take time to breathe. It's all about your Zane and your world with him.
Yeah, thank you for the reminder. I need that too. Thank you.
And you can reach out anytime, if something's very stressful. I have insomnia, so I'm up all the time. I'm on California time, but I was up till 3 o'clock this morning. Just a lot of stuff going on in my head. But here I am
I'm
killing it
always,
with you guys.
yes, completely understand that, like I said, just call. I'm usually up at that time too. So, you know, I truly love and appreciate everyone for sharing sharing your life. You know, it is a community platform, but I think together people are unstoppable. We are one race. We are from love and energy. If everyone, look, you just reach out your hand and take someone else's hand, do you know how big of a space that would fill? And all that energy, all of that electric just running, just flowing through your veins, that you can absolutely feel. You can feel the power of love. We have love. Our loved one wants us to just smile, be happy. That's all we wanted for them, and that's what they want for us. And it's sometimes very hard sometimes to remember that because there's so much love. But just remember, true love will always get you through, and you're never truly alone. That's what we want people to know. We really care. I've seen her give her last 50 cents to someone. She truly loved people. And, you know, we're not taking, what are we taking with us when we leave?
Zero.
You know?
Zero. And it's important to love yourself too.
Yes.
Sometimes it's not always to love the world because the world, can get pretty ugly, but it's important to love ourselves
Yes.
because to get up and just get yourself sorted out, so to speak. And even if it is to watch the sun rise and that's what never fails us. The sun comes up, sun goes down. We can watch that happen, just breathing and just being our own person. But love yourself.
Yes.
Love yourself for what you can do, not what you can't do. There's a lot of things that Zane is depending on, and it's just the love of yourself is what's going to pull you through this, and the love for Zane. So
Yes.
you've got this. I feel that you've got this. It's hard. It's not going to be easy. No one said that, especially when you're dealing with authorities, they don't make things super easy. They just don't. And
It's
so
like,
whatever you have to do, just keep walking the walk,
right. Or just like exes that haven't been there, like like his dad, and then they show up at those times and prey on you.
99th hour. It's like, hello,
Yes.
where were you? But you know what? I think
Yeah.
that's where they're trying to trip you up because they know it annoys you, and you just have to know that is their way of tripping you up, and just park it until all this blows over.
Well, that's what's going on with his dad, my ex-husband, and now, he's here, and then I'm just really trying hard not to fall into, oh, well, then I'll just sip and drink and be stressed out and this and that, and just keep positive and do what I gotta do for Zane, see him, and not let him, you know, get me
You've
to.
got all of us. You've got all of us to
Yes.
push you through. And, I don't know, did we ever connect on Facebook? I think we did.
I
You
think
can,
so.
yeah, you can call my messenger anytime. I always pick up. So, I mean,
Appreciate
I'm glad Miss Peggy picks up for me because she was probably like,
it.
who's this girl?
I did. I was like, who
Who's this
is
woman?
this? Okay. I was like, it may, because, I never know um, who may call. So, and if I miss a call, I will call back. But it was like, okay, hello. And yes.
And here we are. And
And
we
here
didn't
we
know
are.
each other. It was an accidental call, but you know what? I don't believe in accidents.
Yeah,
Mm,
but this
we're
Peggy
just-
love that face off. I don't care. She love it.
You never know when you may get a video call. Hey, hello. It's
I
me.
know, and I did a video call too on top of that.
Yes.
Does that, right? To a
Yes.
total
I love
stranger.
it. I love it. I love it. I love it. You know,
But Chrissy, you are incredible, and remember, you are amazing every day, every day,
yes.
and
Yes.
just keep doing the even the tiniest steps in the positive direction. Don't let anything toxic enter your head, and just be the boss. You're the boss of your thoughts,
Yeah,
and you've got
appreciate
it.
appreciate it. Thank you. I love you guys. Thank you.
We love you.
Yeah.
We love you.
I want to hear from Big C. He's so
Yes.
quiet.
I know he's always, but I know all of his information too. I love Big C. We love you.
I'm
And
very much just hearing you guys talk, man. I'm mostly just talk when I have some wisdom or when something is needed. I'm just the background.
Okay, okay. And we'll accept that wisdom too. I know you've got a lot of it. Every time you say something, it's like, wow, okay. And then you go quiet again. I was like, wait, we want more.
I know it's like he like this. Yes.
Well, I
But
could probably make a
everybody,
bad, funny joke, but it's kind of true. You ever seen Jane Silent Bob?
what was that?
I said, you ever seen the movie Jane Silent Bob or any kind of Silent Bob movies with Ken Smith?
I have not. Maybe I need to watch it.
Well, there's this one person called Silent Bob. Usually, when he talks, people just go quiet because he has something important to say. Besides that, he goes quiet for the rest of the movie. It's just something I do. I only come out when there's wisdom. Besides that, I'm just quiet.
It's okay. And it works. It works. You have me dying. I'm like, come on, say more. But, it works. I don't want to call you Bob, though.
Nah, I ain't no Silent Bob. No, I'm just saying that mostly when I do talk, it's knowledge. I just mostly just stay in the background hearing people talking, let them talk and hear them out. I mostly just comment on the show for bits and pieces about knowledge, but besides that, I'm just the background.
Okay. All right. What a beautiful background. Thank you.
Thank you.
We love you, Charlie.
Yes.
Again, if anyone, um, if you're struggling with addiction, please know you're not alone. At this time, we're going to go around. Everyone, just tell everyone if you want where they can find you, or if you have a shout out or something you'd like to say before we go for tonight. But we will be right here next Tuesday night. You can find us on YouTube on LLR Ohio. You can find us under DJ Be Lethal on YouTube as well. Please, everyone, download the Zeno app. It's free in your Google Play Store. Look for the Tattoo Shop Radio. There are so many. We're going to make a list. Look for my Facebook page and you'll find it there. Look for DJ Be Lethal, anyone that needs a DJ in the Columbus area. Again, I want to thank everyone. I want to send out autumn angel hugs and love to anyone that needs a hug. I hope that your angel comes and visits you in your dreams. Remember, get up, Look how beautiful you are. Look what you have to do. There's so much you have to do. You don't have to do it all at once, one thing at a time. Just remember, you are loved, you are enough, and if anyone is struggling, please call 988. That is the National SAMHSA as well, and there is a professional counselor at the other end of that. I love y'all. Everyone, please, if you have something to say, just go around and say what you want to say.
My name is Marica Cole, and I'm with Drug Induced Homicide. Um, druginducedhomicide.org is where I'm at, and my Facebook page is with my name right here, Marica Cole, Mareka Cole, and you'll find me on Facebook, and you can always message me. I service people that have lost their children or a loved one to fentanyl, and could be a friend, and I help find investigations, open up investigations for those who suspect that if they have enough knowledge of who gave their loved one fentanyl. And, sometimes justice needs to be served in those cases. And that's what we do. We hold drug dealers and peddlers of fentanyl accountable for their actions. So that's what I do. And you can reach me on Facebook under my name right there.
We love you for that. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
You're so appreciated. You are just so appreciated.
I appreciate you all too. You just don't know how much. So,
DJ Spazzy
yes,
Tazzy,
where can we find you?
she may be fighting with the mute button at this moment.
It's okay.
There we go. I just want to thank everybody for having me here tonight and allowing me to share my story of hope with others. And I just want to inform everybody that you are not alone. Um, we're all here. My phone's always on 24/7. I am available to those that are needed or just need an listening ear. And it was nice meeting you, America. I look forward to working with you in the fight to help save lives. So and DJB Lethal, man, good elevator operator over there. Big ups to you, sir. And Chris, you keep your head up always. You know, you got my number if you need somebody to talk to. So with that, I bid you all good night.
DJ Lethal, sir, you have anything to say, sir?
I am just the elevator operator.
And a good one.
And we thank y'all all so very much. Again, I am Miss Peg, and we are Autumn's Way together, helping others that are struggling through addiction. You are never alone, and we'll see you right here again next Tuesday night. Anyone, if you'd like to donate to the station to help out, that is $DJB Lethal LLC Cash App to support. Again, it's running at the bottom. We thank y'all in the fight of addiction. Together, we can and do make a difference. We love y'all. Good night.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
I love you, Rain Man, Misty,
It's your boy DJ
and Allie.
coming from the 614, repping that O, no matter what the zip code, on the Tattoo Shop Radio. You did? I knew you could.